we do not have one of the teams here today. So starting first with Citronelle. Your question. Give the name of the movie Is a Complete Unknown whose life and career does it depict. Give the first and last name. Four guesses. 4 seconds. Cottage, would you like to guess? Yes.
Bob Dylan.
Correct. I'm going to go ahead and do the next question as a toss-up, so either team has an opportunity to answer now. The second question. In 2024 WNBA draft, which team drafted Caitlin Clark?
The Indiana Fever.
Correct. Citronelle. Okay, and now Cottage Hill, this is your question. Sir Elton John has owned a home near Windsor Castle in which country?
England.
Correct. Now we are in the American history category, and Citronelle, this is your question. Newly invented labor-saving machinery enabled the North to expand economically during the war. Give the name of the machine which wrought wonders in fabricating uniforms and military footwear.
Textiles.
Try again. Five seconds. 3 guesses.
Sewing machine.
Correct.
So that was the third.
And now we're to the toss-up, so both teams have your hands on the buzzer. Give the name of the New York school where both General Ulysses S. Grant and General Robert E. Lee were trained. Citronelle.
West Point.
Correct. Cottage Hill, your question. Republicans gathered in Chicago to select their candidate for president in 1860. Give the last name of the man who, if not for his radical utterances, including a speech at Rochester in 1858, may have been the candidate over Lincoln.
Douglas.
Incorrect. 3 more guesses.
Tyler.
Try again. 2 more guesses.
Smith.
Ooh, try again. 1 more guess. Citronelle? The correct answer is Seward. Biology. Citronelle, your question. Identify the organisms that obtain at least some of their carbon from organic molecules like glucose. Ten seconds. 3. Try again.
Kidney.
Try again. Cottage Hill?
Plant cells.
The correct answer is heterophyes. The next question is a toss-up. Name the membrane-bound organelles in eukaryotic plants and algae cells that contain their own genome and are involved in photosynthesis. Citronelle. Chloroplast. Correct. And now, Cottage Hill, your question. Name the mesh of branch filaments that grow quickly over or into organic matter in multicellular species of fungi.
Mold.
Repeat that.
Mold.
Try again.
Chlorophyll.
Try again.
Chloroplasts.
Citronelle.
Mycelium.
Correct. We are in sports now, a sports toss-up question. Known as one of the all-time greatest NHL players, this former player and former head coach played 20 seasons for 4 teams. He holds several records, including the most regular season goals at 894 and 1,000.
Gretzky.
Yeah, correct. Citronelle.
Did you have to buzz?
And now we're in literature. Citronelle, your question. In the short story titled A White Heron by Sarah Orne Jewett, tell the amount of money the young hunter told the grandmother and granddaughter he would give anybody if they could show him the location of the white heron's nest.
500?
Try again.
100?
Try again.
50?
Wrong.
1,000.
Incorrect. Cottage?
$10?
Correct. Now we have the toss-up question. In the short story titled Peter Rugg, the Missing Man by William Austin, tell the color of the horse Peter Rugg was frequently, yes, Citronelle. Oh, Cottage Hill.
Black?
Correct. Cottage Hill, your question. In the short story titled Rip Van Winkle by Washington Irving, when he woke up one day in the mountains, Rip Van Winkle observed a bunch of little men carrying a certain type of large container on their little shoulders. Give the name of this specific type of container they carried.
Keg?
Correct. Our next category is mathematics. Each team has 60 seconds to answer their own question. You all have envelopes with a copy of your question, but do not open until instructed. Okay, now you can open the yellow envelope. Citronelle, this is your question. A pool is 1/3 full. After adding 1,000 gallons of water, the pool is now half full. How many total gallons of water can the pool hold?
$5,000.
Incorrect. You have 35 seconds, 3 more guesses. $20 seconds.
6,000.
Correct.
Good job.
And now for the toss-up. You may open the red envelope. Solve for x. Log base root 5 of 125 equals x. Forty seconds. $20 seconds.
625.
Incorrect. Cottage Hill.
3/2.
Incorrect. The correct answer is 6. Cottage Hill, your question. You may open the blue envelope now. P of x equals 25 to the x power p minus 11. Find h of 5/2. 35 seconds. Twenty seconds, Cottage Hill. Five seconds.
32, 39.
Incorrect. Citronelle?
614.
The correct answer is 127. We're on to Shakespeare. Citronelle, your question. In Act 3 of Henry IV, Part 1, the rebel leaders review the future division of the kingdom. Name the leader whose share includes all the land west of the Severn River.
Harry,
Try again.
Westmoreland,
Try again.
Northumberland,
One more guess.
Henry.
Incorrect. Cottage Hill? The correct answer is Owen, Glendower. The next question is a toss-up, hands on the buzzer. In Act 3 of Taming of the Shrew, Petruchio arrives late for his wedding, disregards Baptiza's criticism of his clothing, and remarks that a more essential element of any wedding is missing. Identify that element. It's a toss-up. Anyone can buzz in.
His wife?
Huh. I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
It says the bride. That's what a. Yes, it's with 1 point. Cottage Hill, your question. In Act 3, Scene 1 of The Tempest, Miranda explains her naivete to Ferdinand, saying that she has very little contact with humans. Identify the only female face she remembers ever seeing. Five seconds.
Sycorax.
Try again.
Mother?
Try again.
Her sister.
Citronelle, would you like to? Yes.
Her mother.
Said mother.
I did not hear. Oh my goodness.
The correct answer is her own in a mirror,
I'm going to step off the stage.
or we would have accepted reflection. Okay, geography. The Sakashima Soto Islands are administered by Japan. They're surrounded by two seas. One of these is the East China Sea. Give the name of the other sea.
South China Sea.
No. Try again. 3 more guesses.
Timor Sea.
Try again.
Coral Sea.
No.
Pacific Ocean.
No. Yes?
West China Sea.
A Philippine Sea. Toss up. Give the name of this mountain range which extends along much of the length of New Zealand's South Island. Ten seconds. Ooh.
Great Range.
Wait till
Hmm?
Great Range.
Mm-mm. Incorrect. The correct answer, you want to try Cottage Hill?
Oh, are we allowed to after the buzzer?
No. Southern Alps is the correct answer. Cottage Hill, your question. Give the name of this small island country located southwest of Guam in the western Pacific Ocean. It connects the western chain of the Carolina Islands with parts of the Federated States of Micronesia.
Samoa.
Try again.
The Mariana Islands.
Try again.
Kirbitil.
One more try.
Marshall.
Citronelle. Palau. P-A-L-A-U is the correct answer.
Since 1950, New Horizons Credit Union has been serving its members throughout their lives. From buying their first home, to starting a family, to providing them with the most competitive rates available, helping them along their journey, wherever the road may take them. At New Horizons Credit Union, we've been supporting families around the Gulf Coast for over 70 years, offering solutions for the real world. Visit newhcu.org to learn more about New Horizons Credit Union.
Citronelle, we are now in chemistry. Your question. The addition of phosphates to detergents have been implicated in undesirable effects on ecosystems as they enter the waterways and act to over-fertilize plants and algae in lakes. Give the term for this process.
Algae bloom.
Try again. 5 seconds.
Pollution.
Try again.
Over-fertilization.
One more guess. Incorrect. Cottage.
Denitrification.
Pardon?
Denitrification.
Denitrification is incorrect. The correct answer is eutrophication. Next question is a toss-up. State the reaction type that is used to describe a reaction of an ion with water that produces a conjugate acid and a hydroxide ion or conjugate base and a hydronium ion. Seven seconds. Cottage.
An ionic reaction.
Incorrect. Citronelle?
Hydraulic reaction.
He said hydraulic reaction. Okay, the correct answer is hydrolysis. Cottage, your question. Give the name of the medical condition associated with pain and inflammation from the buildup of uric acid in the joints of individuals.
Arthritis.
Try again.
Lupus.
No.
Gout.
Yes. And now we are in art history. Citronelle, your question. In 1423, Fabrano painted a spectacular altarpiece in the International Gothic style for one of the wealthiest citizens in Florence, Paula Strozzi. Give the name of this altarpiece. Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Try again.
Victorian lifestyle.
Try again. Cottage Hill?
Magnificent.
Pardon?
Magnificent.
The correct answer is Adoration of the McGee. Toss-up question. With its brilliant colors and assiduous lines, this altarpiece represents the pinnacle of the late Gothic art in Florence. It was painted by the artist Lorenzo Monaco for the Florentine monastery where the artist took his vows. Give the name of this altarpiece. Eight seconds. Citronelle. Cottage Hill?
The Adoration of Christ.
Coronation of the Virgin is the correct answer. Cottage Hill, your question. Known for works such as the Arnolfini portrait and the Ghent altarpiece, this artist is most famous of all early Neanderthalist artists. Give the artist's first and last name.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Try again.
I don't know his first name.
Vincent
Fran-
Grow.
Wrong.
Say
Wrong.
it.
Francesco
No.
Bernini.
Citronelle?
Rembrandt.
The correct answer is Jan van Eyck. We have the team choice questions now. Okay. Well, we're going to start with the toss-up because that's geography. This group of islands is a country in free association within the realm of New Zealand. It is located in South Pacific and includes the islands of Palmerston and Atutaki. Give the name of these islands. Yes.
Chatham Islands.
No. Yes?
Northern Mariana Islands.
The correct answer, Cook Islands. And now to history. Citronelle, your question. The Washington Treasury issued this type of paper money during the Civil War. The value fluctuated with the fortunes of the Union arms. At one low point, they were worth only 39 cents on the gold dollar. Give the name of this paper money.
Greenbacks.
Correct. Okay, guys, this toss-up is worth 4 points. Literature, you ready? In the short story titled Rip Van Winkle by Washington Irving, give the name of the mountains in which Rip Van Winkle
Catskill Mountains.
Correct.
I thought we had to wait for her to finish the question.
You don't. That was worth 4 points. Good job. Shakespeare, Cottage, this is your team choice question. In Act 3 of Othello, Iago, knowing the sentimental value of Desdemona's handkerchief, decides to tell Othello that Cassio now has it. Identify the person from whom Iago first learned the importance of that handkerchief. Seven seconds. No. Citronelle?
His father.
No. Amelia is the correct answer. And now we're on to physics. Citronelle, your question. Name the unit for impulse in the International System of Units.
IP.
Incorrect. 3 more guesses, 5 seconds.
Capital U.
No.
Newtons per gram.
Oh, no.
Cottage Hill.
Newtons per second.
Yeah. That's correct.
It's all right, Joe.
Oh, Cottage Hill. Well, no, toss-up time. State the name given to the amount of time it takes for a wave to pass a point. Yes.
Magnitude.
Incorrect. Yes.
A tide.
Correct answer is period. Cottage Hill, your question. State the name given to the method of heat transfer whereby heat is transferred from one place to another due to the bulk of movement of a fluid.
Conduction.
Try again.
Exothermic.
Try again.
Convection.
Yes. Good job. And now, American government. Citronelle, your question. The guarantees of freedom of assembly and petition include the right to join with others to promote political, economic, and social causes. Give the term for this right. 4 guesses.
Assembly.
Try again.
The right to picket.
Try again.
Picketing.
1 more.
Right to organization.
No. Cottage Hill.
Lobbying.
Correct answer is right of association. Toss up. Give the term that is a formal complaint in that the prosecutor lays before the grand jury. It charges the accused with 1 or more crimes. Five seconds. Cottage, Citronelle.
Injunction.
Incorrect. Yes.
Suing.
Indictment is the correct answer. Cottage Hill, your question. Name the term that is part of the Fifth Amendment stating that no person can be put in danger of life or limb twice. Once a person has been tried for a crime, he or she cannot be tried again for the same crime.
Double jeopardy.
Correct. World history, Citronelle. Give the name of an early farming method in which trees and grasses are cut and burned to clear a field with the remaining ashes fertilizing the soil.
Slash and burn.
Correct. Toss up. A desert climate dominates the landscape between the Persian Gulf and Mediterranean Sea. However, there is an arc of rich farmland in the region that provides some of the best farming in Southwest Asia. Give the name of this arc of rich farmland. Yes.
Fertile Crescent.
Correct. Cottage Hill, your question. Archaeologists named the civilization they found in Crete after a king who, according to legend, was a king who owned a half-human, half-bull monster locked inside a labyrinth or a complicated maze from which no one could escape. Give the name of this king.
Minos.
Correct. And now we are at the mathematics toss-up. This is the last question for today's contest. It is worth 4 points. There is a 1-minute answer period, only 1 answer per team. Buzz in when you believe you know the correct answer. Open the white envelopes now. A student takes 6 minutes to read the instructions to a 10-question test and then takes 1 minute to solve each question. Student B takes 1 minute to read the instructions to the same. Yes.
10 seconds.
Incorrect. Student B takes 1 minute to read the instructions to the same test and then takes 2.5 minutes to solve each question. How much earlier does a student A finish the test? Don't worry. 35 seconds, Cottage Hill. Twenty seconds. Yes.
10
10 what?
minutes.
Correct.